Hey, welcome to Lancaster Hi-Fi. So how'd I get into doing electronics anyway? Thought you might enjoy seeing a retrospective of a project that just ended. Now I just have to carry that bucket of gravel back up this trail. And away we go. Here, and you see the waveform there, and I'll put it on run and you can see it jumping around. But what I want to do is adjust the tuner here. I'll try to get that waveform as tall as I can. New Year's Eve 2018, and I just replaced the tuner on antenna 1. Went from, I think it was 515, and with the larger tuner it's about 560 volts peak to peak. Here are the elements of the EcoHydro system, and you can generalize this to any hydropower system really. Got some stream, build a dam, create a reservoir, and then the penstock, which is simply the pipe or whatever leads the water down the hill, and here just drawn it as a red line. Down the hill to a jet, which you turn your turbine. Your jet turns the turbine, turns the shaft, turns the coils in the alternator, generates DC current, so your live wire current. Working on a new power supply system. Battery voltage comes in here to these terminals inside here and through these wires to here. This board here is a battery protector switch that it will cut power when the battery voltage reaches 20 volts. The little blue board there is a buck converter. That is, it's a switching mode power supply, SMPS. Right now I've got it set to output 18 volts. And then over here from Oregon RFID, I have a power filter, which is common mode choke, I believe. Voltage then being supplied down here to the reader through the logger. Here's the new battery. This is a battery module from a Tesla Model S. You can kind of see here the individual cells, and the battery terminals are over here under these, ranging from about 25 volts down to about 20 volts. I got this charger from a little company called Solar Genie, specifically made for these Tesla battery modules. So this will charge up to 25.1 volts, I believe, not taken all the way up to 100%, which apparently shortens battery life. It'll shut down when the voltage reaches 20 volts. 20 volts is near that elbow where any lower and you're really taxing the battery. The radio board broadcasts and receives in the 134.2 kilohertz and below range. This switching mode power supply switches at 180 kilohertz. One of these modules can power the system for about a week. Yeah. We'll keep on turning. Conversation spread. I thought it would be easy. Where do I begin? Message to a friend, 'cause the fun just never ends. Message to a friend, 'cause the fun just never ends. I'm at Oak Creek to try out a new method for mobile tracking solo.
But that's the way I like it, baby. I don't want to live forever. And don't forget the Joker.
Jordan Dillahunty and I are here to kind of start taking stuff out of here. This will be interesting because this antenna is partially buried. There are these steel anchors and there's really no getting those out, so we'll simply be cutting the ropes that hold this down and trying to pull out the antenna. Okay, hey Jordan. We're at antenna 2 now. And this one will be interesting too, because it's partially buried. Little box for antenna 3. And here's antenna 3. And I'm going to go check on antenna 4, which goes around the end of the weir there. Just see the tuner box up there, which hasn't been used in several years really. Heavy bolts here with the rope on the top, cable ties. It's going along the front of the weir here, actually screwed into the concrete with these clamps. Same kind of clamps screwed into the concrete here. Antennas, cable, and Jordan. You know, it turns out when you leave 100 meters of cable lying in these woods for several years,
it's become another vine.
They become entwined with all the other crap. Kind of bailed on that one for now because screwdriver won't budge the screws that are into that concrete. Don't think anything but a hammer drill is going to get those out. And I'm not even sure we should really bother because they're going to take this weir out at some point and it's just going to be garbage anyway. All that crap, so we ended up having to, we thought we might just be able to break the antennas up into pieces. Of course, you know, not into literal pieces because they've still got the wires through them. But turns out whereas some of it's brittle, some of it was totally not. So I had to go at it with my Swiss Army knife saw. And once I got a good nick in one end, or one side, I mean, then it would break open, or rip open really. So then we can get them all folded up and in there. And then the cable's all up there under Jordan's waders. End of an era, as Jordan said. We first deployed here in 2016. Yay, Jordan.
Yeah, we did it.